friends, my name is Kim. Welcome back to Healing Place Cottage. Welcome back to my kitchen. I am so happy to have you with me today. Today we're going to make a few recipes with the holidays in full swing that you can take to any gathering so that you have something that's diabetic friendly to not only eat for yourself but to share with the rest of the guests that are at any gathering that you might be going to. We're going to use the cookbook Taste of Home, What Can I Bring? And the first recipe that we're going to make is spinach and turkey pinwheels. And that can be found on page 33 if you happen to have this cookbook. We are going to go ahead and take flour tortillas. I bought the Carb Balance tortillas, so we should have even fewer carbohydrates than are listed in the recipe. And the first step is to take garden vegetable cream cheese spread. And this was easy to find. I put this in my Kroger order, but I know it's also at Walmart. So I'm going to mix it up just a hair to get it a little softer. We're going to take this and spread the cream cheese over the tortillas. So just put this on the tortilla and spread this out. A little more. I've never had this cream cheese before. Imagine if you don't like this vegetable cream cheese, you could use the chive. That would be really good. You could also just use plain. So our next step is to layer with spinach and turkey. So we'll go ahead and open our spinach. This is already rinsed. A few more pieces. And then we'll open up our turkey. And we'll layer with some turkey. And then we're just going to roll this into pinwheels. I'm going to actually put a little bit more right here of the cream cheese to make it stay in place. And then we will give these a cut. I always cut off the end. I have a woman that I follow, Anna, that does cooking the books, and she calls these the chef's, I don't know what she called it, the chef's treat or chef's something, but basically the ends that are not even, you cut those off and the chef gets to eat those. But we're going to cut these in little pinwheels. Put these on our plate. And you could take toothpicks with you and stick in so that everybody has a bite, but I'm going to eat this chef's cut. Give it a try. The garden vegetable cream cheese is good. It gives it a little bit of a kick. I'm not sure. I think there's peppers in it and I'm not sure what else, but it's not spicy in any way, but it gives it an added flavor. And I can taste the spinach. I can taste the turkey. You could layer a little bit thicker on the turkey. I have really thin sliced turkey, but you could layer that a little thicker. But I think this is delightful. And our carbohydrates with our... Oh, someone's at the front door. But our carbohydrates with regular tortillas are 5 grams, and that's for a much bigger pinwheel than what we use. So they used a larger one. I would say we're probably at maybe 2 grams of carbohydrates per pinwheel, based both on the smaller size and the fact that we're using the Carb Smart, carb balanced tortillas. And so yeah, so in one tortilla, they have 19 grams of carbohydrates, 15 grams of fiber. So your net carbs are 4. So not bad at all. And I think that this would be a great recipe to take to any potluck or any party that you are invited to this holiday season. Our second recipe also comes from What Can I Bring? And we are going to make easy deviled eggs. This recipe is found on page 27 if you are following along. And it calls for 6 hard-boiled eggs. I am using 4 because that's what I had. We want to cut those in half and empty our yolks into a bowl. Okay. And now we are going to smash our yolks with a fork. And then we are going to add, I believe it's 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. I went ahead and the store brand mayonnaise was on sale, so I bought some of that, so I won't be using Miracle Whip in every recipe. Oh, you know what? I didn't take out the amount of mayonnaise. I didn't change the amount of mayonnaise I'm using based on the number of eggs I'm using. Hopefully that works. And we want to use about a teaspoon of prepared mustard and about a teaspoon of sugar. And about a teaspoon of vinegar. It calls for white vinegar, and I'm using apple cider vinegar. And salt. It says a half a teaspoon of salt. We'll mix that up. We'll go ahead and add add the mixture into our eggs. And then we will top that with some paprika. And we will give it a taste. Very nice. I almost wonder if we even needed the sugar and the vinegar, because they kind of cancel each other out, although I can taste a little bit of a tartness that's more than just the mustard. So I think I have paprika all over my face now. But it's a very good recipe. I just wonder if we needed that sugar. But even with the sugar, it looks like 1 egg half has 1 carb. So you're looking at 55 calories, 4 grams of fat, 1 carb, and 3 grams of protein. So even with this teaspoon of sugar, it's still a low carb appetizer and would be great at any one of your parties. So good luck with this one as well. Our final recipe today is another one that could not be easier, and it is ham wrapped asparagus. And this called for a raspberry jam and balsamic vinegar dipping sauce, which I think is 6 carbohydrates per teaspoon, and just didn't feel like something that was necessary to make this good. So I'm making it just as the ham and the prosciutto, ham and the asparagus. Go ahead and cut this in half. And wrap our asparagus. It does call for you to grill it. I'm going to go ahead and lay these in a sheet pan, and we're going to cook them at 450 in the oven for about 6 to 8 minutes. And all we're doing is taking deli ham and wrapping it around our asparagus. You can make this with prosciutto, you can make it with ham, whatever your preference or whatever it is that you have available. So we've wrapped all of our asparagus, and we're going to go ahead and put these in the oven at 450 degrees, and in 6 minutes I'm going to check them. We may need to keep them in a little bit longer depending on how done the asparagus and the ham is. Okay, so it burnt the bottom, but that doesn't hurt my feelings, so maybe you should turn it halfway through. I'm gonna give it a taste. I like it, but I like my asparagus al dente, and this is very al dente. If you don't like al dente asparagus, you would not like this recipe. So you might try blanching the asparagus for about 2 or 3 minutes prior to this, wrapping them in the ham, and then wrapping them in ham, and I think that you would have the perfect tenderness for everyone. But otherwise, I think it's a good recipe. I think it would be delicious with the raspberry jam and balsamic dip, but I don't think we need that. So with that, it would be 7 grams of carbs. Without that, I don't think we have any grams of carbs or if anything, 1 gram of fat, 3 grams of protein. So I think these have all three been really simple, really good dishes, clean dishes that we can share with others during the holiday season so that we're staying compliant with our diabetes, following a diabetes plan. No matter what it is that you celebrate, I hope that you enjoy your season and enjoy the people that you're surrounded by. Take care, friends.